Hello again, how are we? Evening. I don't know whether I cut myself off there, but I'll do that in the editing. Right, so you just had I've binned off the branding for the two videos because it's not quite started yet. So you've just seen the peacock placement position, which I quite like that. We've got 3 of them, obviously without the other 2 on now. Not that the big jump did anything, but obviously, you know, I'm taking that one off. So we've just got, we're at Bounce Southwest, which is at Greendale Farm Shop. Can you believe this is open from 8 until 10 p.m. at night? 10 p.m. I went past here to get some fuel, so I could have popped in. It was only 9 o'clock when I came past. So I made it down from Oxfordshire, from Millet's Farm. I was milling around at Millet's Farm. I like that one. I came up with that one. So yeah, and so did that. Got to the travel lodge just after 9ish, 10ish. Found out the heating was on 20 degrees with the fan on and the window open. Great. So that got switched off quite quick. So yeah, and then I had an issue with my eye because I kept my lens in a bit too long, but we're all right. Put some drops in, and we're getting there. Had some tablets as well, so I think we're about okay. So that's all I've done. I've had bacon cob and a can of Coke. I think this was only £1.50, so that's not too bad because I won 65 at our place, and £6.50 for the bacon cob, so £8 in total. So I'm going to keep you updated on obviously the slip and slide refund situation in every video, and just tell you if there's any more news, if there isn't any more news. So obviously absolutely gutted, you know, because I just didn't expect anything like that, but it's just how awful it was. So if you've not watched that video, go and check that one out. Millet's Farm, disastrous day at Millet's Farm. Yeah, go and watch that one, and it'll explain everything. But there's a bit more to it than I think, but still, it shouldn't make any difference. They should have replied to that email, and I wouldn't have gone. You know, that's on them because they've made Millet's Farm look awful. But I was just pulling up to that petrol station, I said, and you can't make it up. Hopefully I've still got that image. I have got that image, it's in my thingies, because I'm going to tell you a joke now. You can't make it up, honestly. So I got to that petrol station, and then it pinged off, which was obviously an hour later, because my emails come through an hour if you're not messing about with them every hour. So at 8:30, Millet's Farm did actually reply asking for more details. So I've sent them a not strongly worded email, but a long worded email, linking them to the video and explaining what happened and everything. And the email before that, there was an email that went in. They had the option to reply about that, but there's no need. If it was about the original email, there's no need to be about, you know, that bad. But I can't see I can't see, you know, why you would be that offish. So yeah, so they very quick email, just can you elaborate on, and so we can investigate. So that's where we're at. I've sent that in last night, and that's where we're at. So, and I've emailed Fixer as well, but I've read their T's and C's. I might put that in there. I might put 2 pictures in there. Oh, I nearly forgot. So as I pulled up to that Esso, there it is. How much did somebody put in? 1880. You can't make it up, can you? On pump 5. So 1880 was a bad year for storms. There you go. So yeah, and I emailed Fixer, but I've read their terms and conditions, and nothing. Well, they've not got any responsibility to give a refund over the actual venue, so to speak. And they can, but they need their permission. So we'll see where we go with that one. But I've at least let them know that there's an issue. Yeah. So we'll give it a little bit, and then we'll go and see what these say. Hopefully we'll be alright, because they just said Tuesday's okay. No timings or anything, but on the original thing it was 3 and 1 o'clock. It's 9:45, but obviously, you know, so I'm here all day, so there's no rush or anything. So we'll go, and once it's all open, we'll go and pop in. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's any more. No. So on that note, I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit. Yeah, draw. I said that already. Draw. See you in the next clip, whenever that may be. If I remember something I forgot. Oh yeah, that was it. Terms and conditions for the straight face challenge. Dot. There you go. So that's the origin. That's what I've put in. Well, that's the first bit. You know, just a overview. And then if you drop down the terms and conditions, you just get a dot. So I like that. So that's with the terms and conditions of Fixer. There was the link. There was a link, but I forgot to. I just about to tell you. I must stop doing that. I tell you, just about to say something, and then something gets me attention, and then I forget to say it. So on that note, I am going this time. 6-minute clip. See you in a bit. Hopefully I can get you some footage or something, or at least go on it, even if I don't get any footage. But I will ask. Maybe tomorrow's is the best one to probably ask, because theirs is a bit higher. But obviously all will be revealed if it's a goer, and it will be on socials once I can edit it, if it's allowed. But on that note, I'll see you in a bit, and hear from day 3. Is it day 3 or video 3, part 3? But like I say, I binned off your branding. We'll start it from now. But it's the peacock placement positions, finding them. It's just the main thumbnail. I don't think, because YouTube, I'm going on a tangent, not gone yet. Don't think YouTube pushes out the same content quickly if the thumbnail's very similar. That's my opinion. Or it just didn't get any views, because the second one that I did, I suppose it was out a lot less. But Labyrinth Challenge is out now. The last one of the series. That's at the end of this week. So on the Sunday. So on that note, I'm going. See you in a minute. Catch up with you soon. Draw, which will be in a few seconds in the next clip. Draw. But it'll be a while for me. Draw. Hello again, how are we? Update for you. We got there in the end. Thanks to Bounce Southwest. Here they are. We're on. Had a few goes, had about 20 minutes. So it's really good fun, to be fair. First one we've done. Like I say, we haven't got many. The nearest one in the Midlands is Leicestershire way. That's a new one this year. So yeah, water shame indeed for about yesterday. But the 11 o'clock session has just gone on, and you can go down either in a rubber ring just down there, look, or you've got a bodyboard. You can't go on without either. You can't just go down. Some do. I've seen some just let you go down, especially if you've got a wetsuit on. Got half the clobber on for you. So get down when you can. I know it's a long way from the Midlands, if you're watching from the Midlands, that is. But you might not be. You don't know. I could hide a fob, couldn't I? But it's a bit bizarre one. It's not to do with the theme park, you see. So this one's just a straightforward down thing. Just a straightforward down. No extra bits, no extra water on this one. So thanks for Bounce Southwest for letting me come on. So yeah. Hopefully you come down and check it out. If you're in the local vicinity, that is. I mean, you can come and do what I've done. Just make sure you bring some kids with you if you go to Oxford. Not that I'm plugging Oxford, but you haven't got long on there. They'll be closed soon anyway. So yeah, it's really good fun, to be fair. So if you want a slower ride, use a rubber ring. And if you want a wetter ride and a faster ride, go on a bodyboard. There you go. So that's Bounce Southwest. It is quite away from it's quite away from the car park. So you've got the overflow car park where the bounce is, and then because you get 90 minutes on that, it's about £26.50 to do both. You get a £1.40 discount if you do both. So yeah, And yeah, and I forgot in the initial, Greendale Farm is powered by poo. They've got a really good. There's the image, and they've got a really good domain, poweredbypoo.com. I'm sure it is. So I'll put it all in there for you. I'm sure it's poweredbypoo.com. So yeah. So hopefully that's about it. Might get you some more in a bit. But yeah, you got the reception area over there. But I'll pause for a minute and I'll get you bits and bobs. Tra! Hello again. How are we? Evening. So as I left you at Bounce Southwest, and here he is. Hello, I've got him. So I found literally just down the road, very apt for this week, the half moon in. Was it moon in? The half moon. There's going to be eclipse in Wednesday, so I thought I'd try it, and it's Dean approved. They've got roast ham. Where are we? They've got roast ham and egg and chips. Very nice. So it's Dean approved. And they've even turned the music down, so hopefully this is not picked up. Shouldn't be too bad because it's here and I'm going to talk over it. So that's good of them. Right. So just a few bits to tell you. So how it went, because there's definitely an issue here. But this one was in a different style. So obviously spoke to the manager. They said yes. Straight away they said, oh, just a slip and slide, so that's fine. Ideally I would like to have done a bit more. I would have liked, they've got just a physical bouncy castle there, and I would have liked to have done the winner of round 3 of Peacock Pin, but I wasn't going to push it. These people, well, not these people. It might sound as if I'm bashing them. They didn't like what I was asking, but they did it in a better way than the other place. So, which, to be fair, probably does seem a weird request, but to you guys, knowing me and knowing my channel, makes a difference. So I'll tell you how it goes. Obviously, like I say, it was a bit weird because I did it happened just as I put it out on Twitter. So I went down there. They told me to say I'm going on. The manager said, and then I asked down there. Basically, again, there's the outlets for the water. Theirs is a bit too low really to do it, so it's by the by. But I just says, can I try and repeat that video? Again, the Toxicator one. But obviously I need the water turning off and you turn it back on and you film me. Job done. All I'll do is slow it down and we'll get some content out of it and you guys hopefully find it funny. And then so I spoke to the supervisor. The supervisor was alright with it. Come back at 1, and then I put that tweet out that's already there, and then quite quick after that, I think it was no more than 5 minutes, they came over to me and questioned why I wanted to do it, and basically he thought it was a weird request. So before we've even started, it's to them it's a weird request. Probably is, but obviously I showed them exactly what the video I was trying to replicate. But you guys know exactly what it's for. I can't do it there because they're not using the fountains. So obviously I had to go and chat with the manager, which was up the top end, and then I showed her the video, and almost instantly she said no, it's fair enough. But she wasn't. The whole interaction wasn't nasty, but she just said no, a bit too busy to turn it off. But then the supervisor, they have a break at 1 o'clock, so that didn't correlate really, which is a shame. But she was doing her own work. I'm not knocking you if she does what she says, but she's done her own work. She's checked the channel, and did I find any spelling mistakes there? And I says, but obviously if I'm coming to review it, I'm not going to bash it, am I? I'm not going to look for this. But obviously if I see things like I did at Walsall Scare Maze, I will point them out. And I'll try and do it in a funny way. I won't just go around and bash it because it's the spelling mistakes. But they do need pointing out, don't they? Because then they can be fixed. This is the thing. If you don't point anything out, they're not going to be fixed. So yeah. So we got to that, and then obviously she said no, and then how it parted was on a high. Good luck with the rest of your tour, basically. But I only had 20 minutes on the slide, and that was it. I've done a little clip for you, there's a little clip on there. So I didn't have the full hour. I haven't paid, so I will put the monetisation thing in. So, and go. To be fair, if you don't want to do silly things like me, you'll be all right. But obviously, coming from my viewers, I'm just trying to do something funny, because again, every time somebody says, and you win on YouTube, and you succeed on YouTube, you've got to be different. I didn't tell them that, but if they watch this, that's why I have to do it, because you have to be different to succeed. Well, not, yeah, you do. You have to be, you can't be the same as everybody else, otherwise it just mingles in, doesn't it, to everything else. So and it was, and to me, that was one way of getting me off site, because then, literally, I was at the top, I only had 20 minutes, done. So it was 11 o'clock then, so I hadn't been there long, and I thought, right, Ashcombe hadn't rung me back, so I thought, right, we'll go, and they had all discussed it when I got there. They'd all seen me, me trying to ring and everything, and they were thinking about it. Again, it's down to filming again. So they were umming and ahhing, but I'm okay to go if I don't film, basically. I'm going on the later one now, which not probably ideal, because it'll be 7:30 finish, and I've got to get back home. It's a good probably 3 hours, but we'll go with it now we're down here. But yeah, that's fine. And so I ended up going. I'll put a picture and a video. I'll put actually a video here. Can you believe it? So this is going to be a good one, hopefully, because the peacock came to say hello. There is an actual peacock. You can't make it up. Like I say, the content writes itself. The peacock came to say hello, and then I had a good chat. Honestly, for about 2 hours, having a chat, talking about theme parks and stuff to the manager there. So yeah. So we'll go for that. May not get much content for you guys, but I can go as a single adult and not be an issue. So, which probably should be fine for Millet's Farm, to be fair. If I don't film, shouldn't be a problem. But literally, we didn't get that far, and the way he spoke to me was disgusting. Like I say, there was no room for manoeuvre on that one at all. So yeah, so I've just basically chatted about different things there, Universal and stuff, for 2 hours, and then I might go back tomorrow. It depends on what tomorrow happens. I can't go to Massive Slip and Slide today, because they've got a Zen session on at 2 o'clock, and then I think they close, because that's all it is, because there's only 2 sessions, one in the morning for 2, and you get 2.5 hours there, so tomorrow might be alright. I might have to pay £15, 2.5 hours, job done. Last chance I'm going to ask, but I might get lucky. But theirs a bit higher, so I want to do it now, so there might be a chance we'll get that done. Might have to stay all day to get it done, or in between the session, because I think there's half an hour break. But if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? But then I think this is what happened on the first one, because I emailed them asking the question. They didn't like it, but that doesn't get, so if you don't like it, you reply to your email saying no, sorry, and then I wouldn't have even gone. That's it, job done. So rather than let me go, don't reply, make me buy a ticket. No, they didn't ask, they just didn't reply, so it's my choice. But then you can't deny me entry if I've got a ticket, based on previous reply that you didn't come. Oh yeah, and I need to update you obviously on the situation, the refund. This will be going in the video every time, up to now. So up to now I've had nothing back. So like I say, I've emailed Millet's Farm last night. Nothing from Fixer, and nothing from them as well. So, but like I say, I'll give them 7 days. before we go, and I'll probably just do this charge back straight away, because Fixer can't do anything, and I don't know what Millets Farm are going to do, but apparently they want to investigate it. Obviously that takes time, but still, it's spoilt it now, so I don't know what they can do, but still, it's not good when you've gone all that way. And I never dreamt of them saying no, but it's not on the website, definitely not. So yeah, and that's basically all I've done. So we're all right for Thursday. He wants me to go, like I say, to the end one, because once it's all done, I've got permission to do bits and bobs. So if there's a chance, you know, we can film some stuff. It doesn't need to be much, does it? Just to say I'm here. But obviously I haven't got the equipment yet to do them on the slides. I haven't got GoPro or anything. So, and that's not what I'm after. But they were umming and ahhing about, oh, if one of the parents gets funny, you know, that's it. It's game over. So, which I can understand their point. But that, again, that wasn't the question when I rang them. And obviously somebody was a bit bored, because we had a good chat on the phone when I rang. So yeah, we had a good chat, but they didn't ring me back, you know, so I thought I'll go. So yeah, so we're all right. So we're at the Half Moon, 1967. There you go, 1967, there you go. You won't be able to hear me, will you? So yeah, that's about it. That's where we are. So I did want to update you on that. And obviously if Bounce Southwest are watching, I'm not slating you or anything, but that's how it's come across, that you know, I only got 20 minutes. You re-asked that question, and then it was a good way of getting me off site, fair enough. But it wasn't nasty, you know, and that's how it should be. If you don't want me on site, or, you know, it needs to be amicable, doesn't it? You know, and I hadn't paid, but obviously I can't review it totally, because I only got 3 goes on it. In 20 minutes, so it was quiet, but then all the other sessions were quite busy, so they did as much as they could. You know, I'm not knocking them, they let me on, so we're fine. But it's just, of it again, me asking that questions raised alarm bells, you see. So I'll probably, as much as I shouldn't really ask the next ones, I will, because there's a higher, you know. And there's, well, I literally got, quote, it should be alright for you to come. That doesn't give me much confidence, but that's what he said. So it wasn't a no, but I just like to know these things, because obviously it was a great shock. I need to swap hands, because my arms are aching. So yeah, and I'm going to go, because it's a 12-minute clip. So I can't believe it. So you got Pete the Peacock in there. Put him in again for you. Got a picture. Got a couple of pictures. So apparently he's always around. Very friendly. They feed him and all sorts. So yeah. So I'm gonna go. So this is. I've done this now, and then I can edit this up, and that's number 3 for you. I'm not going to do a peacock placement position for here, because it's well, I should do one for Travelodge, shouldn't I, really? But I just do it at the beginning, you know what I mean. I've got 3 now, so I will keep you informed about the refund. But like I say, I do believe it'll be a chargeback situation, but I do hope that Millets Farm do take it seriously, because even if I asked the question, all they needed to do, like I said, I asked a question, they need to just reply to that email to say no, and I might not even have gone. Even if I did have gone, I would have known that question was a no, but they didn't reply. So yeah, but like I say, we've got one more chance tomorrow, and there's a higher. But it's a bit weird, because they were like saying, oh, but there's quite a lot of pressure, and it might push you down the slide. It won't. We'll have wetsuit boots on. We were all right. So no, I won't buy in that. But you know, he tried. The supervisor did try, but he wasn't the boss. So, fair enough. Like I say, I'm not knocking him, I'm just explaining to you guys what happened. So I was only there 20 minutes, got 3 slides, done. So, but like I say, still go. You know, it's obviously, you know, didn't get the full experience, like I say. Didn't do the bounce bit, so, but like I say, I would have liked to have done that, because I was going to get the manager to pick a number between 1 and 11, whoever's entered, and do that on there. but that was kiboshed straight away in the morning, unfortunately. So, and I wasn't going to push it, you know, because that's the question. Oh yeah, just a slip and slide, yeah. Again, you know, like towers, but yeah, not to worry. I'll do it another way. So I might do it at Ashcombe. To be fair, I might get them to pick a number, and we'll do it some way on that one, and get it done. And on that note, I'm going. Ta-ra. I can't believe there's a peacock there. He's called Pete the peacock. There you go. So, shame we haven't got one at Towers. We could have named that one, couldn't we? But on that note, I'm going. Ta-ra.
La de mami, bom bom. La de mami,